Right, so is social media a chore for you? You know it's important, but you think, oh my God, I really cannot handle this. Now this video is for you. It's to talk about the packages that Loving Social Media provide and how I think that we're pretty good at what we do. So Gary Kasulu, is social media a chore? Can you outsource it? Can you do it yourself? This is a big question mark, and I'd love a debate on this, whether or not you feel this is a thing that you can outsource or you'd rather yourself. I really enjoy it. Maybe that's a good place to start. Why do I enjoy it? I love the interaction. I love the creativity. This is the fun side of things. So let's have a look at what needs to get done. Well, the first thing, this is low-hanging fruit, is your SEO. If you're not familiar with that term, that means you being the top of Google. And this takes some work. You're going to need to learn some things. You certainly need to learn how to get into your website. There'll be things there that need updating. There's things called broken links, reasonably easy to fix, but you're going to need some learning. I would say you dedicate, you or one of your team, or you outsource. Maybe it's a nice thing to spend an hour a month on your website to write a blog, possibly, or to make sure there's no broken links, updating bits and pieces. Now, the other thing with SEO is something called Google Business Profile. So this is, we look after lots and lots of companies. Let's go to Loving Social Media. It's better to use our own as an example. And I would say you need about 20 minutes or half an hour, 1 hour a week, as 20 minutes, half an hour a week on this. Now, why is this important? It gives you your local search, a little snippet, which I'll show you what that means. Every time you create a post, which is very straightforward to do, it only lasts for a week. So look, there you go. I'm making a post, pretty straightforward stuff. Like I could do a picture. We interviewed this lovely lady last week. Oh, it's too small. Oh, look, there you go. You'd think, well, why didn't it pick up? Size does matter here. This is what we do on a Thursday. I'll put that up. This is just one day. What we do. I could say, what do you do on a Thursday? As simple as that. Right? Whoops. Still wrong. My God. Right, there you go. And the best thing about this is you can have a call now button, so people can call you if they're impressed with that. So this is Google My Business, formerly known as, now it's called Google Business Profile. You're going to need to spend 20 minutes a week on that for sure, and great return on investment. The next thing is YouTube. Familiar with that one? YouTube, I believe, is the only true social media platform in terms of authenticity. Why do I say that? Because it's very difficult to lie on here because you're seeing a video of somebody's face. It's linked with Google itself, so you can get to the first page of Google within a few hours. It's not that difficult optimizing for this. You can see why is it so lovely to talk with young people, or these. I just make these all the time. You're watching something I put on YouTube, and it ranks really highly. So easy stuff, no problem. So far we're looking at an hour a week so far. So next you think, well, Facebook. Why do Facebook? Well, it's a more older demographic there. What do you do on Facebook? I think just one reel is enough. There you're looking at 20 minutes to do it properly, I suppose. So you can go to Loving Social Media stuff. I'll show you what a reel looks like. Even though a reel only takes 15 seconds, 30 seconds worth of content, you still need to make it and prepare it and write the text. So I would put half an hour there. If you don't know how to make a reel, you can Google it or watch a YouTube video on it. I will teach you that another day, but that's what you need to do there. And you can see, I'll show you a reel, and it's worth it because people see this kind of stuff. There you go. That got we got to 2,500 people this week. That they see your stuff, and it's just like seeing a friend, and you keep that relationship, and they get used to seeing your stuff, and then when you ask, you get in return. So Facebook, Instagram, what needs to get done on Instagram? This is a bit more consistent. I'd love to say that you only need to do it once a week, really, once a day. So you probably need to set aside an hour to do this effectively. See, you've got messages happening. What you check your messages. You want to put posts up. You want to put reels up. You want to engage with others. You want to build your following. There, I'm going to give you an hour. You got to know what you're doing there. Twitter, you'll be relieved to know you don't need to spend very long on Twitter. It's not really the kind of place that you put loads and loads of content out. For me, I like going on to Google My Business and doing simple stuff, like for instance when I want to share something from Google My Business, I can just click that button, click there, shares what I'm going to do. I think Twitter is more of a listening tool than anything else, rather than sending out too much content. There you go. How simple is that? So I'd say 10-15 minutes a month on Twitter, unless you want to see what's trending every morning. I'm obsessed with the news. I do like to know what's going on in the world. So that's Twitter. We've done YouTube, done Instagram. Now if you're B2B, you're really going to want LinkedIn too. Now LinkedIn, luckily not many people make content on here. I think about 5% of the people on LinkedIn actually make any content. Nice and easy. You can put polls. You can start to build relationships with others. So I'm going to put that down. Half an hour a week, I don't think is unreasonable there. And already you're starting to see, wow, there's a lot going on. There's a hell of a lot to do this effectively. So email marketing, another thing, you might want to do a podcast. To do your digital marketing properly, it does take time. There is no doubt about that. Now, if you're the type of person that really enjoys doing it, you'll find time. If you're the type of person that begrudges doing this stuff, then the best thing to do is to outsource it to a company that really care. Now you're thinking this costs loads of money. It really doesn't. We've got different packages, different strokes for different folks. You can see there's a sprinkle package, ideal for just keeping it consistent. We will deliver those 2-3 hours a week, saving you lots of time. About £50 a week. Think about it. What is your time worth, and doing it effectively? So you might think, oh, I'll give up 2 hours. You'll never do it as well as us, because we're doing it every day. So we can do triple the amount of work that you could do in an hour. So it's the equivalent of you probably putting 6 hours together. We've got tools involved, we've got smart people. Now if you want to really grow, you really want to grow, then that's your Ripple package. Way more social media platforms, really on top of it, reaching out with business acquisition happening on a Thursday. And then there's the Splash. Like by about Splash time, you should be, I would suggest this is a good package for anyone earning or turning over more than $500,000. You can definitely afford that. It's about £100 a week, and you will get a return. I guarantee it. Otherwise, we'll give you your money back. So that's Gary Kasulu. Happy to take any questions you have about anything I've talked about. Big question is it a chore or is it a pleasure?